Hi there, fifth graders and families. I would like to welcome you to the Crescent Middle School. And I know that with everything that happened last spring, you weren't able to come for the tour. So we are going to do everything we can to make you feel comfortable as you come into the building and are able to find everything that you will need to find. Our teachers have been working all summer on how to deliver this instruction, and so the first week of school, you are going to get a lot of information, but just realize that we've built in time so that you can get to know the people that will be your advisors and the people that you will need to connect with throughout the day. So we're looking forward to it. We're very excited about it. It's going to be the most unique start to the school year that I think we've ever seen. But there's also a lot of really interesting things happening in the building. And so many of the new areas that have been under construction all summer are nearing completion. And from that standpoint, your grade is going to have just an awesome experience. So coming in as a fifth grader, you are going to see some things in this building that no one else has been able to see and be able to have access to that. One of the things that I would like to share with each of you is, my name is Mr. Smith. I'm the 512 principal here in the secondary building. And for the time being, the main office is going to be located actually in our library or media center until the new entrance is completed. So it's a temporary setup, but Ms. Redman and Ms. Sandman are also located there. And we look forward to meeting you when you are able to come into the building. Thanks and take care.
Welcome, Lancers. My name is Mrs. Mossman, and I'm your middle school counselor. Some of you might remember that before we let out of school, I zoomed into some of your classrooms to talk about middle school and to talk about transition to middle school. At that time, I also talked about providing some type of video to give you more information about middle school. Here I am standing in the north entrance of the secondary building, which includes the middle school and the high school. First thing I want to tell you is things will be different this year. Even as I walk you through today, many things are not like you will see them on that first week of school, September 14th. Over the summer, we've had construction going on in this building, and we've also had kids company housed in this building for the summer. So we are still in transition, trying to clean things up and get things ready for school to start. Okay, so as I said, as we look around, you're going to see many things that will not be here in the fall, but this is the north entrance. Has a middle school entrance and a high school entrance. As we look out the doors behind me, you will see the middle school playground. Middle schoolers, fifth graders will have recess after lunch, I believe. So you will have about a 20-minute recess after lunch every day. This is also bus drop-off, and this door is open in the morning for boys and girls that walk to school. As we continue, I'm going to just turn my camera around. We are going to walk in to the middle school hallway. So here we have the middle school hallway. Okay, as we walk into the middle school hallway, as we look down, you'll see a long hallway. Off to the right will be an entrance for the 7th grade hallway and the 8th grade hallway, as well as an entrance out into the general area. But if I turn to my right, you will see the middle school hallway. As I've said several times, things will look different, be different when you return in the week of September 14th. One of the things that will be different is we will all be wearing masks. That will be different. That's going to be something new and different as we start school this fall. But if we walk in and take a look at some of the 5th grade classrooms, we're going to walk down. This hallway does have 5th and 6th grade classrooms. So throughout the day, you will see 6th graders as you change classes. But if we walk down about halfway and to our right, we will see room 163, and that is Mrs. Hommel's classroom. So Mrs. Hommel teaches math, language arts, and also has a 5th grade advisory. If we head out of her room and turn to our right around the corner, will be Mr. Kubitschek's classroom. Mr. Kubitschek teaches social studies, language arts, and also has a 5th grade advisory. Leave Mr. Kubitschek's room, you will turn to your right and you will go down to Mrs. Dahmen's room at the end of the hallway. Mrs. Dahmen teaches 5th grade science, language arts, and also has a 5th grade advisory. Throughout the summer, our janitors have been working hard to clean up this building and get it ready for you the week of September 14th. But we have several things to do. Typically, you won't see tables and other things in this hallway, but you will see the lockers. And many 5th graders have questions about lockers. In fact, when I talk with 5th graders and 4th graders, they tell me that one of their biggest worries are the lockers. As we start school this year, it will be different. We will not be using lockers, but I still want to show you the lockers. And at that point, when we start using them, your teachers will give you a lot of practice. But the lockers include a combination lock, kind of like a bicycle. So if you have the opportunity to practice on one, that is always great. But here's what a locker looks like. I've opened one up. And in the top corner, you will see a little lever, and that opens up to an area for you to put your books. As you can see, the lockers are very close. There will be a person right next to you. So that's part of the reason we won't be using lockers to start the school year. But again, once we start using lockers, you will get a lot of practice. As 5th graders, you'll be spending a lot of time in the 5th grade hallway. You will have the majority of your classes in this hallway. You'll have language arts, science, social studies, and math. At this time, your teachers are doing a lot of planning. It may be that you will also have your specials down in this hallway. When I talk about specials, those are things like music, band, computer apps, and art. You will leave this hallway, however, to go to Phi-Ed and lunch and recess. Going down that main hallway, you will see off to your right is one set of restrooms of boys and girls. Typically, this is the restroom that our 5th and 6th graders will use. Going down the hallway, we come to the 7th grade hallway. Again, our janitors are working to get this all set and ready as you return the week of September 14th. Here's another set of restrooms. We still have kids company happening in our building for another week or so. So as you hear kids talking, that will be our kids company kids. And we're coming up to the 8th grade hallway where kids company is right now. And you will have one class in the 8th grade hallway if we switch classes, and that will be art. Down at the end of the hallway, you will see the middle school counselor. Normally you would go into this door, but for right now, we're going to walk in here. Okay, now we have entered my office. Again, my name is Mrs. Mossman, and I am the middle school counselor. Boys and girls come to my office for many reasons. They might come down to talk to me about a conflict they're having with a friend. They might come down to ask me something about their schedule, but I'm available to boys and girls throughout the school day. I do meet with kids individually, small groups, and sometimes I will push into classrooms to talk about various topics. I am available throughout the school day. That concludes the tour that we are able to take today. There are still several areas within the building that we're not able to see due to construction. However, when you start school the week of September 14th, your teachers will be walking you through the entire building to help you get familiar with our building. I also want to let you know that in the next week or so, you will also receive some information from the 5-6 teachers, talking to you and telling you about what the 5-6 schedule will look like, and explaining the A-B groupings. I also want to share that there'll be information at the end of this slideshow with contact information for me. If you, as parents or your child, are anxious or nervous about school and would still like to be able to come in and ask questions and walk through the parts that we can, I'm happy to do that. Teachers will be returning to school September 9th, 10th, and 11th. And if you give me a call or send me an email, I'd be happy to walk you and your child through the building, just let me know. Until then, I'm looking forward to seeing you all in person. This virtual thing is different, but I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in person. So until then, have a great summer, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Well, hello there, everyone. My name is Mr. Kubicek, and I will be one of your fifth grade teachers. I teach language arts and also social studies. I am also one of the fifth grade advisors. In social studies this year, you will be learning about United States history up until about the year 1850. I am also the high school boys golf coach. I have coached a lot of sports in the Crescent, and I have been here for 30 years. I've probably taught or coached some of your parents if they went through the Crescent school system as well. I have a wife and 3 kids, and 2 of them are married, and my daughter will get married next October. I also enjoy reading, fishing, relaxing on our boat, and of course, I like to golf a little bit myself. I'm excited to meet you and start our fifth grade journey together. See you soon. Take care and have a great rest of the summer. Bye, everyone.
Hi, I'm Jan Hommel. My husband Ed and I live about 22 miles from the Crescent on Hilltop Farm in Jefferson Ridge. I'm a fifth grade teacher at the Crescent Middle School. I enjoy gardening, photography, and woodworking. Ed's involved in farming and steel fabrication in his metal shop. We have 4 sons. Our oldest son, Tom, farms with us and also works at Stogemeyer Stave Mill. We have 2 twin sons, Ben and Paul. Ben works at Stogemeyer Stave Mill, and Paul is a lawyer in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Matt, our youngest son, is a maintenance manager at a golf course and a snowboard instructor at Copper Mountain near Frisco, Colorado. As you can see, I was outnumbered when we were growing up, and now I have 2 granddaughters to help even things out. Lily is 9 and going into 4th grade, and Kinley is 8 and going into 3rd grade. I grew up in Genoa, Wisconsin with 6 brothers and 5 sisters. Unfortunately, lost one of my brothers in a fire and buried him on his 25th birthday. We can actually see the farm where we grew up from our farm. It's less than 5 miles by air, but by road it's around 60. My dad was disabled and he was in his early 40s. So he started back to school after numerous surgeries. He was no longer able to drive, so my mom decided to drive him to work. For 2 years, there were all 14 of us were in school together. Both my parents received undergraduate and graduate degrees. Education was always a high priority in our family. I look forward to meeting all of you. Might look different, but we'll get through this together.
Hi, fifth graders. I'm Miss Dahmen. This is my 21st year of teaching and my 3rd year teaching 5th grade. I will have some of you for advisory and language arts, but I will teach science to every 5th grader. I cannot wait to get to know all of you. Please enjoy your last couple of weeks of the summer, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Hey, 5th grade, this is Mrs. Von Arks, and I will be your computer apps teacher. We will be working with our keyboarding technique, so not necessarily your speed, but more so doing it correctly. And then we'll also get into actual computer applications, Google Docs, Google Spreadsheets, Google Forms, Google Slides, and be creating some really fun projects there. So I'm excited to meet you. I will see you just twice a week. One day will be in class and one day will be an online day with me, and it'll be towards the end of the day. So I look forward to meeting you all. Have a good day.